Did you know Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th President of the United States, studied German, zoology, natural history, forensics, and composition at Harvard University? Quite the polymath, wasn't he? Born in the year 1858, Theodore Roosevelt hailed from New York City, a bustling metropolis known for its vibrant energy. His father, Theodore Sr., was a prominent glass importer and philanthropist, and his mother, Martha Mitty Roosevelt, was a Southern belle hailing from Georgia. Roosevelt's thirst for knowledge led him to the revered halls of Harvard University in the year 1876. There he invested his time and energy in a broad spectrum of subjects, ranging from German to zoology, natural history to forensics, and even composition. His academic pursuits were as diverse as they were intensive, reflecting a mind that was always eager to learn and grow. Upon graduation in 1880, Roosevelt made a decision that would set the course for the rest of his life. He decided to dedicate himself to public service, a commitment that would eventually lead him to the highest office in the land. However, his journey was not without its share of personal hardships. In 1884, tragedy struck when Roosevelt lost his wife and mother within a span of 2 days. The grief was overwhelming, and a heartbroken Roosevelt sought solace in the Dakota Badlands, far from the familiar streets of New York City. In the wild landscapes of Dakota, Roosevelt found a refuge. The rugged terrain and the stark beauty of the wilderness offered a stark contrast to his life back in the city. It was a time of reflection, of healing, and of finding the strength to move forward. In 1886, Roosevelt returned to his home in Oyster Bay, New York. He had found love once again and married his new wife in England. His life had taken many surprising turns, but through it all, he remained steadfast in his commitment to serving the public. From the bustling streets of New York to the wild landscapes of Dakota, Roosevelt's early life was already filled with surprising turns. Roosevelt was no stranger to public service or personal loss, but also found love and family along his journey. Theodore Roosevelt's career in public service was marked by tenacity and dedication. In the late 19th century, he served as the Commissioner of the U.S. Civil Service Commission, a role in which he displayed his unwavering commitment to fairness and meritocracy. His work didn't stop there. Roosevelt went on to become the president of the New York City Police Board, where he was instrumental in reforming the police force, setting high standards for those who served to protect and uphold law and order in the bustling city. However, Roosevelt's life wasn't just about public service. Amidst his burgeoning political career, he found time for love and family. After the tragic loss of his first wife, Alice Hathaway Lee, Roosevelt rekindled a romance with his childhood sweetheart, Edith Kermit Caro. Their union in 1886 marked the beginning of a new chapter in Roosevelt's personal life. Together, they brought 5 children into the world: Theodore, Kermit, Ethel, Archibald, and Quentin. Each of them held a special place in Roosevelt's heart, and he often spoke of the joy and fulfillment his family brought him. Roosevelt's personal life was not without its hardships. The loss of his first wife and his mother within a span of 2 days was a devastating blow. However, he found solace in the Badlands of Dakota, seeking refuge in the rugged landscapes of the West. This period of his life, marked by personal loss and healing, shaped Roosevelt into the resilient leader he would become. Despite these personal challenges, Roosevelt remained committed to his career and family. He balanced his roles as a public servant, a husband, and a father with a grace and dedication that left a lasting impact on American history. His legacy is a testament to his ability to navigate the complexities of public service while maintaining a rich and fulfilling personal life. Despite personal challenges, Roosevelt remained committed to his career and family. From leading the Rough Riders in the Spanish-American War to navigating the political landscape of New York, Roosevelt's path to the presidency was anything but ordinary. His leadership of the 1st U.S. Volunteer Cavalry, known as the Rough Riders, during the Spanish-American War was a defining moment in his career. Comprised of men from diverse backgrounds, education, and race, the Rough Riders, under Roosevelt's command, played a crucial role in the Battle of San Juan Hill. Their victory was instrumental in defeating the Spanish, and upon returning home, they were welcomed as war heroes. This newfound popularity was not lost on the political bosses of New York. Republican boss Thomas C. Platt saw in Roosevelt a golden opportunity to secure the governorship of New York. With Platt's assistance, Roosevelt, hailed as the hero of San Juan Hill, ran for governor against the popular Democrat Judge Augustus Van Wyck. Despite the odds, Roosevelt emerged victorious, but his refusal to adhere strictly to the party line soon put him at odds with the party bosses. In a bid to remove him from New York politics, the party bosses rigged the Republican convention to ensure Roosevelt would run as vice president on the McKinley ticket. In 1901, Theodore Roosevelt became the 25th vice president of the United States. Little did he or anyone else know that this was just a stepping stone to a much larger role. The tragic event that pushed Roosevelt into the spotlight occurred on September 14, 1901. President William McKinley was assassinated, and at the age of 42, Theodore Roosevelt found himself stepping into the role of the 26th President of the United States. The Rough Rider, the governor, the vice president was now the president. His journey to the presidency was as unconventional as the man himself, a testament to his resilience, his tenacity, and his ability to seize opportunities. With the tragic assassination of President McKinley, Roosevelt found himself stepping into the role of the 26th President of the United States. As president, Roosevelt didn't just occupy the office, he reshaped it. Roosevelt's presidency was marked by progressive reforms that aimed to challenge the status quo. His philosophy of the square deal was a testament to his belief in fair play and justice for all Americans. He sought to level the playing field, cracking down on corporate monopolies, pushing for labor rights, and advocating for consumer protection. Yet his foreign policy was somewhat inconsistent. While he had a vision of America as a global power, he was not always steadfast in his approach. He oscillated on the open-door policy of his predecessor and was ambivalent about the buildup of the American naval fleet. Despite these inconsistencies, Roosevelt's foreign policy did underscore a more assertive role for America on the global stage. His management of the Philippines territory, acquired during the War of 1898, was also contentious. He often made decisions without consulting Congress, navigating an era of violence in the territory with a strong hand. His approach to the Philippines was emblematic of his broader philosophy of executive power, often asserting his will when he believed it was in the nation's best interest. But perhaps one of the most enduring aspects of Roosevelt's presidency was his commitment to conservation. He was a fervent believer in the preservation of America's natural wonders for future generations. During his tenure, he created 5 national parks, safeguarding over 200 million acres of public land. He also took on mining interests to name the Grand Canyon as a national monument, ensuring its protection from commercial exploitation. In the end, Roosevelt's presidency was not without controversy, but his dynamic approach to the office and his dedication to the American people were undeniable. His legacy remains in the progressive reforms he championed, the assertive foreign policy he pursued, and the natural beauty he worked to preserve. Though he once pledged not to run for re-election, Roosevelt's ambitious reforms and vigorous foreign policy have left an indelible mark on American history. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more fascinating history like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below.